My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. I must inform you that I do not live in this house by myself, but live here with other people. Sometimes other members of the household may have to walk through areas where I might be recording with other family members on the phone. If you hear any noise like that, please feel free to disregard. We are doing our best to get noise-canceling equipment, which may at least keep you from hearing exactly what is being said. Thank you for considering. And now I say there's a few other things I've come on to show. There's a certain piece where we've been talking about, which I'll mention later, but I tell you, it's honestly, I say that I just didn't realize how much dust was on all these pieces, but here some of them are, and I tell you, they've been in that box in the shop so long, they've gotten more covered in dust. But I found these while I was looking for Michael the Archangel, and you're going to hear later what probably happened to him. As you see here, I've got Daniel in the lion's den. There's a lion back here, and one here, and one here, and this little figure I made from a couple pieces of wood where I sort of put in a couple of nails to be the hands and a couple of nails to be the feet. And this little dollar store angel that I put in the back of the thing. I say that there's probably just little things we've got here. And unfortunately, this little background I have made for these figures all those years ago out in National Geographic pages has gotten all covered in dust, so I can't get it out to show you all. But here is a dust-covered figures of David and Goliath that I made back in 99 and 2000, and like as you'll see here, you know, this is where I kind of made Goliath with his spear and shield, but I also kind of gave him the face of a witch doctor back then. That was just something I did to be cute and kind of funny. I always thought it would be neat if these figures could be made into a cartoon where Goliath looks like a witch doctor and David looks just like this, and where the stone comes right out of this thing, goes up to Goliath's forehead and makes him fall like that. So that was what we have there. And I'll tell you all another little thing is that as for this David figure, I took a little bottle cap to make his ball cap, and I used a piece of cardboard to kind of make the flap on his cap. I used eyes and a button to make his face, a little, I'd say, black marker to make his mouth. I used a little piece of wood attached with a hole drilled in it, attached to some pipe cleaners to make the whole thing kind of curled up the pipe cleaners into a spiral to make his feet. And I say that this is the little burlap sack where I cut a few holes in the felt and put the pipe cleaner through to make the sack in which he carries his stones, and use some unique fabric and a little blue pipe cleaner to make his sling, and to kind of do it in a way where his sling would be up like this. So that was just the kind of ideal I had for just how to make those things. I'll tell you all a little thing I'll mention about Michael the Archangel, the thing I thought I was going to bring out to show. I looked back on a picture of it and saw how big it was. I had forgotten it was so big. And the thing of it is that, you know, just a few years ago when I was cleaning out the shop and stuff, I decided to save a few of these old pieces of work and throw away a lot of them because they were just so big and cumbersome. And since I had the pictures of all these pieces, which even before the time I started carving, I used to make these special MP3 discs that had little folders with pictures in them that were pictures of all the pieces like that I had made over the years up to that time. out of little junk scraps and things, and found the picture of Michael the Archangel in there. And I have also figured out that, seeing how big he was, a lot of the stuff that was big and cumbersome like that was thrown away a few years ago, just to kind of make more room and space in my shop. And looking at the picture, I kind of realized I hadn't seen anything like it in years, so that's where I've probably come to the conclusion, as I say, that I might have thrown it away. But as for this next part of the video, I have made a little clip where I talk in the background while I show that picture. So we are just about to take a look at that. You can see here, I have kind of given him a big pair of wings from a piece of Luan board in the back. I've kind of also given him a white shirt and some special boots and a pair of like burgundy pants. You will notice a few other things I've added. I've kind of put on his shirt Archangel in Heaven and painted a little golden gate and a cloud around it to represent heaven. You see that up in the corner I put a little yellow tag on his shirt that said Heaven's Power Mike, so just to kind of show what he is, a short form of his name. And up on his ball cap I put an M as short for Michael. You will notice a few other things that I did, as well as giving him a sword, and even like where he is flesh colored painted, used a colored pencil to put some tattoos on his arm. There were a few places in there where I used some pipe cleaners. Of course, I painted him a golden belt buckle, but you will see that hanging from his pants is a little golden chain like we used here on Earth to hang our wallets from on our pants back in the 90s. He has a golden halo at the top made from a pipe cleaner. He also has a little golden ribbon for a necklace around his neck with that little cross made out of golden pipe cleaners attached to the necklace. You also see I gave him a golden earring. I was young and silly then, just kind of wanted to do all that stuff just for fun, so I did it. There came a time sometime later when, given the fact that I was into all this stuff that was themed about the Revelation, I decided to do a little thing out of Revelation chapter 12 on there, and I put that little figure from the Dollar Tree in there to be the dragon. And like, there's that little basket there full of stuffing, and I put that little soap carving of a lady in there with something wrapped around her. That was the lady who was about to give birth in the chapter, of whom the dragon, which kind of represents Satan, was waiting to devour the child. And according to the chapter, Michael was right there with his sword and fought against the dragon and saved the baby. So that was kind of what I wanted to share in this little pic. And all the things you see about it, I'll have more to say in the future. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you in the next video. Stay tuned.